Movement is life. Now, this is a fairly popular saying in multiple capacities, from anything from warfare to sports, martial arts, to being agile in your industry. And movement is life is very important because anytime that you remain stagnant and still, things can fester, things get built up over time, or you become overwhelmed. I try to make this analogy in many capacities. Think about being in the ocean. If you're just standing there at the break of the waves and you're holding still, your feet continue to sink in the stand. Those waves continue to beat you harder until you get knocked over and somebody makes a funny TikTok video out of you getting crashed by the waves. But if you swim, if you walk, if you turn and blade your body into the waves, you don't get knocked over. The same thing I really try to convey to my wrestlers. Movement is life. If you're looking to attack and score a takedown, you have to move and set up and do various things to that opponent to make sure you get your opportunity to get in and take them down. If you happen to be taken down and you're on the bottom, well, if you just sit there and try to bear the brunt of the burden, you're just going to get worked on. That person is going to beat you to death, and eventually they're going to overcome you and pin you, which is the ultimate victory in wrestling. So apply that to your business now. If we just sit still in our industries and we don't move and we don't become agile and make these little tweaks and these little adaptations in our environment, we are going to get beaten by the waves. We are going to eventually get crushed and rolled over by our opponents or just the economy and industry in general. So I want to encourage you to have movement is life. Now, don't just go making change for the sake of change, but you should be actively identifying as a leader who is up and looking out on the overall operations, how you can be making these maneuvers and these tweaks to be the most aggressive and advantageous as possible in your economic growth and your profits, or to be as advantageous as possible in developing your people to have just the most efficiency and effectiveness as a company. So movement is life. Keep that in mind and look for ways where you can move, pivot, and make your advances in your world and in your